What's up, nail friends? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full redesign, filing down my client's last set, clear base, black acrylic application, and tips and tricks. I'm going to be doing some glitter, encapsulating all the nails, and finish filing. So if you guys are interested in all of that, just keep watching. Okay, to start this set, this was her last set, which this video is pretty old because you guys might recognize this set that I did months ago, and now I'm just doing the set that I did after that. So she did have a hangnail on her pointer finger that has healed, so you guys will see that skin looks a little tender or raw, but it's not. It had healed. It's just kind of pink looking. So what I'm doing now is I'm using a carbide bit to file her nails down. So what you're going to want to do with this is mostly go from a downward angle from the cuticle down, well, don't touch the natural nail, but from the cuticle area down to the free edge like so. And that's because carbides can catch and it's kind of scary. So this is just going to mostly be what you want to do. And then if you are going to go sideways, you're going to want to make sure to hold everything very steadily so you don't zoom around the nail. So I'm just filing down to my clear base. These nails are going to be mostly black, so I don't need to remove all the black that's on the nails because it's just going to be covered up. So now I'm switching to a hand file and I'm just refining my shape. So I want these to be a tapered square, so that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to keep going on and filing down the rest of her nails. So all her nails need to be nice and thin before reapplying acrylic. So that's just what I'm doing here. Skipping ahead a little bit, I did file down all of her nails and I prepped her cuticle area. So now what we're doing is going in with another clear base just so I can file back down to it. So I'm picking up a small bead of Glitterbels glass slippers and I'm using my number 10 brush and I'm just putting a super small bead near the cuticle area, wiping off my brush to remove some of that liquid, and then I'm just pushing into the product and spreading it along her natural nail. This will just make it easier when she comes back for her fill. So she had a tiny crack right there, so I'm just gonna take a small bead of clear and I'm gonna place it where that teeny tiny little corner crack is. Make sure to drain your bead so it's not runny. Cleaning off my brush, and then I'm pushing into it and filling in that little space. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. So for colored acrylic, I'm going to go in with Carbon Black from Glitterbels. This is just their plain basic black, no sparkle, no shimmer acrylic. And I'm going to do this probably on a lot of the nails. So for this client's design, I didn't really have an idea in mind. I just kind of went with it for what I was doing. So right away I started with black on her ring finger. So when I'm doing a full black nail or a full dark solid color nail, I start at the tip first. So I just applied that bead at the tip. Then I'm applying another bead a little bit further up, and then I'll go to my cuticle bead after. It's just to make sure that you have nice, even cuticle area and that you have full coverage and everything. So that's just why I'm doing it like that. So now I'm applying my bead near the cuticle area. I'm pushing into it close to the skin, trying to get into the sidewall area without touching the skin or overlapping the skin. And then I'm just pulling the black acrylic over top of the rest of the black acrylic that was already placed down on the nail. And then I'm going to add more where there wasn't full coverage. And I'm just patting and dragging until it's really even. So just like that. And then you can add more where it needs it, which is what I'm doing now. And that's how it looks so far. So I am encapsulating this nail, and now I remember why. I know this was months ago, but I remember. I am going to be adding glitter. And so these nails I wanted plain black, and if you dip into your glitter and then into your monomer, you'll accidentally, no matter what, get glitter in your monomer. And I wanted this nail to be fully black, so I decided to encapsulate it right now. That way I don't get any glitter accidentally onto this nail. So that's a tip for you guys if you're working with solid colors and glitter and you have a nail that you want to stay solid and not get any accidental glitter in it. Make sure to just encapsulate it before you work with your glitter. So that's what I was doing here. So I think I did this on both her ring fingers, on both hands. Okay, so that nail is done, and now we can move on. So on her pinky here, I'm applying the carbon black. I'm doing it at the cuticle area because I'm applying a glitter at the tip. So I'm going in, kind of went a little blurry there, but you guys get the point. Now I'm dragging down the nail, cleaning up any mistakes, fading that down so it's nice and thin. And now I'm gonna go in with this beautiful green glitter named Fairy Garden. Such a beautiful emerald green with some holographic glitter in it. So pretty. So picking up a bead and I'm placing it on the tip. I'm using the tip of my brush to kind of maneuver the product where I want it. Then I slightly pulled it up the nail. Then I'm patting and using the leftover product on my brush to kind of pull it up the nail. But then I grabbed a little bit more actually, and now I am trying to make this look like a nice glitter fade at the tip with the black at the cuticle area. Okay, for her middle finger. Actually, I went back to her pinky here and I'm just adding a little bit more on the side there, just because I didn't get full coverage of her natural nail. So now I'm going to her middle finger. Okay, so for her middle finger, I am going to do a full glitter nail. So I went in with that beautiful Fairy Garden glitter at the cuticle area. I'm using the tip of my brush to push it near the cuticle skin, and then I'm just pulling it down the nail. So I'm gonna pick up more, place it in the center, and then I'm just going to try to get full coverage of this nail with this Fairy Garden glitter. So I'm trying to pat, and then I'm just pulling. So these nails are quite long, so you might need more than one bead for color and glitter when you're working on nails this length. And then I'm just patting the product really well around the tip. I like to make sure that my tip is super even with the rest of the nail before finishing. That's why I am patting and wiping a lot. Then I'm going to go in with some glitter, more glitter. This is from Glitter Planet called Mermaid Shards. So I really like these because they're kind of like rainbow, big, chunky mylar pieces. So I'm going to go in with this. So before my client came, I put this glitter over top of the Fairy Garden to make sure that it was going to shine correctly, because you never know with iridescent glitters what it's going to look like. So it looked really pretty. So I just picked it up with some clear acrylic and put it on the nail. Then I'm going to go in with this Chameleon Flakes that are green from the nail team. These are just loose flakes, and I'm picking them up with clear acrylic and just placing them in the nail. Just giving this nail some extra glitter and dimension. When you look at it, it'll be very pretty when it's encapsulated. I love how that one turned out. So these are them so far. So on her pointer finger, moving forward, I am applying the black, but at the tip. And I think I'm going to go in with Fairy Garden at the cuticle area. Like I said, that skin on her finger is a old cut, like an old hangnail she had that healed. So it's not raw or anything now. It's just the color that it is. I did not go into Fairy Garden. I stayed with carbon black. So I actually placed more carbon black. I guess I'm doing this similar to the ring finger. And then I'm going to add the Fairy Garden glitters on top, I'm sure. Just using the tip of my brush to kind of jiggle the product around the cuticle area to try to get it really close and really flush. Okay, so now I'm going in with that glitter. Okay, so what I did was I triple dipped. I dipped into Fairy Garden, then right into the other two glitters that you saw on the ring or the middle finger. And I'm just doing a swoopy design down the nail from the cuticle down to the side. And you're going to wipe off your brush, and you kind of want to pat the glitter until you're happy with it. Okay, so now we can encapsulate these nails. So now I'm going into my glass slippers and picking up a small bead, and I'm putting it at the tip first. Since these nails are so long, you're going to want to encapsulate your tip before going in with your cuticle bead. But then again, it is just preference, and this is just the way I like to do it when the nails are this long. So I place my bead. I am trying to get it really even around the tip. When I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in with a bead near the cuticle area. when you're doing black, you're gonna wanna make sure your beads are a little bit wetter, just so that you don't get any bubbles or anything. And then I'm just pulling this down into that bottom half. And now I'm gonna show you guys the same thing on the middle finger, because remember the ring finger was already encapsulated. So I'm just applying a bead at the tip, trying to make it really even, pulling off any extra I don't need, cleaning off my brush a lot to make sure that it's dry so that when I pat, I don't accidentally remove all the product. Now I'm going in with a bead near the cuticle area. After all the nails are encapsulated, we can now finish file. So I'm using a carbide bit here with a rounded top. It's kind of like a small carbide. I just pulled a little bit out here so I could get, because the nail's so long, you sometimes have to pull your bits out of your e-file a little bit. So that's what I did here. You guys can see that. And I'm just using this to debulk the nail, especially around the cuticle area. I'm going up the sidewalls, underneath the nail to refine my C-curve, and then, like I said, just debulking the nails, especially on the sides and around the cuticle area. And then I will do most of my finished filing with a hand file. So now I'm going in with a hand file. This is a 180 grit hand file. I'm just filing the sides, and then I'm gonna go over the whole nail to try to even it out, smooth it out, all that good stuff. Refine my sidewalls. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on your client's nail, so you're going to want to hold it in place when you're filing. This is sped up, so it always looks a little crazy when you speed it up this fast. But I'm always trying to make sure that my clients are comfortable. So make sure you ask them often. Does this hurt? Is this uncomfortable? All that good stuff. So after I finish hand filing, I do buff the nails really, really well around the cuticle area and the sidewalls with a buffer. And then I wipe off all the dust, and then I take a lint-free wipe and some acetone, and I just wipe all the nails. And that way you get rid of all the scratches that are showing, and it'll make the nails look perfectly nice and smooth and even when you put on your shiny top coat. So that's how I finish file. So now it's time for crystals. So I'm using a gel brush here, and I went into the Ugly Duckling Schtik It, and I just picked up some of that gel from the Schtik It. It's like it's a gel that's for crystals. So that's what I put along the nail there. And then you're just gonna stick your crystals into this, and then you'll cure it fully, and yeah, all your crystals will stay. So I use the Schtik It when I'm using these big crystals like that. And you can just kind of place your crystals where you want. You don't have to cure them or anything until you're ready. So that's what I like about the Schtik It. So I'm going in with black and emerald green crystals. I thought they would be really pretty together, and I think they looked so good. I love emerald green. And then I think I'm going to add some beads into here too. So these beads are just like little beads. You can get these anywhere, but I think I got these ones from Beanie Beauty Box. I'm not sure. So first I tried to like dump them, but that literally did nothing. So I just made a huge mess on my desk. So instead you have to go in and actually manually place them with a, what's it called? A crystal katana type thing. So that's what I'm doing here. So the dumping doesn't work. Don't do that. And I gave that a full cure, and I also did that on her other hand as well. So now her nails are all ready for top coat. So I'm going to be using my Glitterbels No Wipe top coat, super shiny. Just doing it all over the nails, and then I'm wiping with my hand in a glove. Make sure you're wearing a glove when you wipe the gel on the sides to make sure that the sides don't thicken up and get like bulky. So I'm just using my my finger to like wipe underneath the nails. That'll get rid of any of the bulk like this. And then you're going to want to make sure to not get your gel on the crystals. I say that in every video, but it just helps. If you get gel on your crystals, then they won't shine as shiny as they would. So just push it close and then stop. And then maybe you guys will see the thumb here in a second, which I didn't show you. Ah, there we go. It's the same as the middle finger. Emerald green with glitter. Super pretty. So after that, I put on cuticle oil, had her wash her hands, and here is the finished design. I love this hat so much. I love emerald green. You guys probably know that. If you had to pick one nail, which one is your favorite? I love the nail with the crystals on it because I really love those two big, unique crystals. I think they turned out so pretty. So let me know down below what you guys think. I hope you guys are doing okay with everything that's going on right now. I know a lot of salons are shut down. So I hope you guys are doing okay, and hopefully this passes fast. Make sure you check back for Monday's video. Make sure you click the thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, and click the bell next to it to be notified for my video on Monday. Thanks guys so much for watching. If you like any of the products here, you can get them from my site Nail Throne or nailsbyannabelle.co.uk. I'll link everything in my description box, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!